Hey guys.
Howdy.
Back again. I'm back again with another episode. Welcome to the Not Your Mom podcast. Ramir is back today, and we're going to be talking about film. He was a film major in school. So tell us a little bit about yourself. And
film is like, I'm more so of the writing aspect of it. I went to school for digital media and cinematography with a minor in creative writing. So they kind of play hand in hand when it comes to the movie space as far as like writing and creating scripts on the digital level. These are everything for me. Like they are like movie and music obviously plays like very vital roles in my life. But I feel like film is definitely edging it a bit. I've always been someone who loved dramatics, I love stories. I love creating them, and that's what kind of led me to writing them, because it takes a different finesse to have a camera in front of you and display emotions and actions and have that eye for that. But it takes a different type of finesse to actually write these stories enough for it to be digestible to an audience that people can understand what you're saying.
Tell me about your book.
Sorry?
Your book.
Yeah, so it led me to my book, which we'll talk about after when it's coming. Yeah. I also am an author. I published a book in July of 2021, and then it got picked up and I signed with Private Republic, and they distributed it through Barnes and Nobles. My second book, Total Ones That I Hate, will be out this Thursday. Actually, it was supposed to come out Valentine's Day, but it's a long story. Writing is so fun for me. It is an outlet. It's like something that like really, it's like working out for me. Like it really just keeps me healthy, keeps my mind going. So yeah, it's a little bit about me, honestly. I'm very boring.
What's your favorite movie
of all time?
Yeah.
My favorite movie.
That's my cat's acting crazy.
My favorite movie of all time is well, it varies. It's either Moonlight or Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Perks of Being a Wallflower is like my favorite movie.
It has peaks in it.
You read the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, it varies because they're two different type of movies. Yeah. And it kind of depends on like the season and mood I'm in. I remember watching them both for the first time. I was kind of like late to Perks of Being a Wallflower. I didn't watch it. It came out I think like early 2000s. So it was like 2006.
Was it that early?
No, I'm lying. It was like 2011.
Yeah,
like,
I think it was like 20. Yeah,
I didn't watch it till like my freshman year of high school, and that was what 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
I watched it one day, and I watched it 37 times that day. And then Moonlight came out 2016.
Oh my god, that's such a good movie. I recommend that. I tell everybody to watch Moonlight.
Gay, straight, whatever you align with. It's just automatically just a good movie. I remember watching it the first time.
2012, actually, Perks of Being a Wallflower. Yeah.
Like, I knew
that was like a great time for film and music also.
That's where I'm at, Ezra. But yeah, so Moonlight is definitely a different type of movie that I feel like is way deeper. Perks of Being a Wallflower has a deeper message with it too, but it's more digestible for like a mainstream audience. Yeah. Moonlight, however, it definitely touched me because I saw it in movies. I saw it in theater personally, so like I was there to experience it. And it really was like, I don't know, Barry just did his thing with that movie, and yeah, I don't know,
that movie made me, I mean, Perks of Being a Wallflower made me feel things, like, and it brought out, I don't know, it's...
Made me feel things.
Yeah. I feel like it's I feel like it's more of like a, it's more of an aesthetically pleasing movie, the storyline, and it does have a plot twist to it that is jarring. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Moonlight, the whole plot of the film, it makes you feel different emotions throughout the whole film.
And that's, I think, what the director did that kind of like was like a play on like the whole aesthetic. Or like I feel like 2016 was like the year where like cinematography took a jump.
Yeah,
it went
a
from
different turn.
It went from like obviously we had movies like CGI movies like Avatar and stuff like that, but like it became like more realistic, like real realistic like cinematography things. And I think with the whole like if you watch the movie, obviously the whole premises of the movie is like battling a queer identity and then just embracing your blackness, and which the whole like I would say throughout the entire movie the color blue was very prominent.
Yeah.
And young Sharon, when he was a child, his mentor, you could say Little, what they called him, said that black boys look blue in the moonlight, like basically like black people look blue better in the moonlight. And that was like an ongoing like message throughout the entire movie, and it was like based off in the slums of Miami, and you want to think of like that being like your most aesthetically pleasing place, but directors nowadays have a niche for making like the most deplorable, grotesque, nasty, not saying the place was nasty, but like they can make a dumpster look like an Emmy deserving. Like that's why I think like for that movie really just definitely touched me in that aspect, just off just the aesthetic itself, like visually. But then we get into the actual script and like just the actual like movie and plot itself. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I feel like Perks of Being a Wallflower is something you watch all the way through and then you feel the emotion afterwards. As to like,
on the snow.
Yeah.
That part took me out. Like, but Moonlight is like heavy from start to finish.
Yeah, start
like,
to finish.
That's a movie that I was like, what, 15 years? I was crying. I'm like, this is really some deep shit. Like, I didn't watch it again after that for like a good 6 or 7 months.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it again
same.
for like,
I haven't watched it in like, 2 years or so? Because the first, I was like, dang, this is heavy. Like, I don't know. I feel like also too the calculated scenes of it and like the way that the actors are portrayed and they move in the scenes is very calculated in a way to make you feel those certain emotions, like to bring out those emotions in the audience when they watch it.
Your Virginia accent is coming out crazy. Calculated. It's calculated. But yeah, another one also, Call Me by Your Name. That is another movie that was like, I actually read the book, and it gets frustrating when I see things on social media, like people say like, you're watching a movie, you're disgusting, like this is a groomer, like he's a groomer and army and this and that, and he was like basically grooming the entire movie, and I'm just like, whoa, that was the whole premise of the book, right? Like the whole book was told, so most people didn't read the book or the script. The book was told through Elio's point of view, basically saying like, so like we see in a movie, it's like this very like romantic, like slow burn relationship throughout the entire summer, stuff like that. But that's what Elio thought it was.
Right, that's how it felt to him.
Towards the NBC, the reality of it when he gave him the call, it's like, no, like I'm married, like stuff like that. And in the book, we see that Oliver's point of view is more so like, this little boy, he's clearly in love with me, he's clearly obsessed with me, but like I don't want to hurt his feelings. And I need this job from his father, so I don't want to like fuck that up. So I'm gonna do what I have to do, and that's what it was. And then the movie kind of got a little bit of that, but like it's more so like you just see this very beautiful love story that really was not like that in reality.
Yeah, because obviously it's supposed to be you know, an easy take, swallow down easy, go down easy for the audience at least.
Everybody can't digest it like that.
Yeah,
like, you gotta like simple down to them. That's why I love it. It's really a good ass movie.
Yeah, that's like another one. Do you think that so I know nowadays, like, did you watch what's like another A24 movie?
I watched all of them.
What's your favorite?
My favorite A24 movie?
Yeah.
I definitely probably would say more recently it's been what is that movie called? Blink 82. Logan Lerman's cousin, and Alexa Demi's in it too.
Oh. No. You're thinking of mid-90s?
Mid-90s.
Yeah.
I Blink 82. What the fuck?
I was like, wait, the band?
Mid-90s.
Midnight. That is a good ass movie.
And that was when they brought like a whole bunch of like Instagram famous people, like the boy with the long blonde hair. And I was like, that's a cool one.
Yeah, no. That movie is like, it makes it seem like it's a documentary, and I really like movies like that, like The Florida Project. I don't. You've seen that, right?
I've seen that, yeah.
Where you watch it and the acting, not even just the acting, but the way the movie is set up and the cinematography of it makes you feel like it's a real life, like you're watching a documentary. I can't even. It's if you've seen those movies, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I think that's a purposeful thing. Like directors will kind of bring in like these very immature actors, not immature, but like amateur actors. Where, like, they're not like, oh, he deserves an Emmy for his work. Like, no, they give like your average day-to-day people, and they put in front of the camera, and it makes it full extremely more real than just like you put in.
mean, I think I need to watch it again, guys, because I can't digest that. Well, I couldn't digest it when I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
back to mid-90s, though. Yeah, mid-90s is a really good
one.
Really good fucking movie.
Good. Watched like 2 times in a row when I first watched it.
Yeah.
I was just casually going through like, because I had an H24 subscription and I was watching all their movies. And I was like, I always skipped over the mid-90s on HBO Max. So I was like, I don't want to watch this skateboard dance movie. Like, I don't want to watch it. And I'm just like, you know what, fuck, I'm going to watch it. And it really was not, like, skateboarding was like the premise of the movie, but it really was deeper than just skateboarding.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, this is actually a good ass movie for
his brother beating the
shit
fuck out of him with the fucking Bill Clinton mask. Like, that was weird. But, and then like the relationship that he has with the other kids, and then they touch on like racism and like poverty. And just like, I just love,
Alexa Demi looking like she's 14 years old. When
literally.
She was like 25.
Yeah, like, situations like that. Like, I think she was what, like, she might have been 30 or damn near 30 when they did that scene. And I remember someone was like, she did not want to do this. I'm sure she didn't. Because they actually, they
were kids.
They did.
And she was like old as shit.
Yeah.
Not old as shit, but like she was older.
She was old.
When I found out she was in her 30s, I was like, no way.
She looks good.
But then they were showing pictures of her like red carpets with Kim Kardashian, and I was like, wait, she really is there. like Lex Demi had pictures of her like as a fan, I guess, or like she just was obviously in the Hollywood scene already, and she was like teenager age, like young. So that means she really is in her 30s now. I'm just like, well, that's kind of strange.
That is crazy. Did you watch Priscilla?
Priscilla, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, the one about Priscilla Presley. That's
with Jacob Elordi. That was a good movie. I liked it. But I didn't like the ending though.
You didn't? I didn't like the ending either though. It was kind of.
I feel like when they do like biopics like that, like, and they kind of divert from like the main character, obviously like Elvis, and they do like people in her like whatever, it kind of just make it like. Obviously, I knew it was about the love story of everything.
Yeah.
But like it just, I don't know, like.
Did you watch Elvis with Austin Butler?
No.
You didn't watch that?
Mm-mm.
It's actually a good movie though.
No, the thing is, I actually love Austin Butler. Like, I think he is like the epitome of him as an actor. Like, he really like, he's like the type of person like he will stay in character for a year.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like,
he did.
Like, you ever watch Sex and the City or SNL skits where like people will date actors in New York and like they meet them in like space where like they're like they meet them and they're in character for or whatever.
Yeah.
Austin Butler gets type like he's the type of person to like go on dates and stay in the character of the person he was in the movie with recently and then randomly stop acting like the person no more. Like, I don't want to be with you no more. Like, that's like he gives me that like I don't know.
Elvis was actually a good movie though because I feel like Austin Butler isn't. I mean, I guess he is a well-known. I mean, obviously he's well-known. Like, he's a well-known actor. Like, he's done. But I feel like that was almost his breakout film. It was kind of his breakout film.
Before he was literally one of the girls.
Yeah. And like I told you should watch the Carrie Diaries, which is like a prequel to Sex and the City. It has Anna Sophia Robb in it. And he was in that, and that's kind of what I knew him from besides like Zoe 101, obviously when he played fucking James, which was back in like what, 2006, 2008.
And he had like 2 lines.
He was only like the last season, like his character was like minuscule as fuck.
He had like 2 lines on iCarly too.
Yeah.
He just sung his song on the.
Oh my god! Have you seen Hannah? He was in the Hannah Montana episode 2.
He just was spawning everywhere, just having 2 lines. Like, they did him dirty so bad.
So I thought for that being his breakout film, the acting was really good.
For the views I saw, definitely.
Yeah.
Even the red carpet presence, him just like having the voice and everything. I'm just like, oh, he's an actor.
Yeah, he's on some.
But I do not appreciate him being casted for American Psycho. I don't.
Let's talk about American Psycho. Honestly, do they even really need to remake it?
They don't. But let's start there. That's why. Like,
let's go to the original.
Like I told y'all, I think we had a conversation about this before.
Yeah.
Some movies do not need to be. It doesn't need to be a sequel. It doesn't need to be a revamp. It doesn't need to be. It can simply just be that movie.
Literally.
It could be a timeless keepsake, and that's simply just that, and we leave it alone, right? But nowadays we're having actors who like. Directors and writers who are either having writer's block, just have no creativity, or just want to a quick crash grab, and are just revamping old movies and just picking up the hottest actor on the street at the moment, like, and just like, let's just make this a new movie
just to get box office views. Yeah,
American Psycho, one of them. I'm like, that doesn't need to be revamped. Also, you picked Austin Butler, which is kind of like love him, but
they were still. I was hoping for Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi was right there
because if you think about Nate in Euphoria, like that performance alone is like. Plus, he looks like Christian Bale. He's tall, he's skinny. He's got broad shoulders. Like
they simply could have had Christian Bale do it again. It could have been American Psycho Part 2, like, but Christian Bale being older now. I'm just like, you could have done that, but like now you're having it's
being recycled, and I feel like I don't know if it's going to be good because Christian Bale is such a good actor, and that is one of the best movies of all time. Like it's a film that like you have to watch if you appreciate film, just because one of the acting to the storyline. Have you read the book?
Mm-mm.
The book is fucking wild, like worse than the movie. And they cut a lot of the scenes from the book out in the movie.
As they always do.
Yeah, that are very grotesque. And the movie is, even with how violent it is, I guess, it's easily digestible for a film.
It was a
horror film
movie in the 90s.
Yeah.
Very much digestible.
Yeah, Jacob Elordi would be perfect for that role. And I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Like, I just can't see Austin Butler playing that type of character. Like, I feel like that's just not...
He definitely has, like, I guess you could say, like, the sex appeal. And, like,
yeah, like the old-timey type of look. Yeah. Like, I mean, I could see it, I guess. But... I just don't know. Like, that doesn't need... I don't want to see that.
I'd rather have Logan Lerman.
Honestly, anybody but Austin Butler. Like, and people were talking about Drew Starkey. Like, all right, we get it. Don't get me wrong, I love Drew Starkey. And I think Rafe was good in... You've seen Outer Banks, have you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the character was good. But if we're holding a glass or we're comparing Drew Starkey versus Jacob Elordi, Jacob Elordi is just going to win every time.
Did you see the new snippet of that gay-ass movie Jacob Elordi is in?
Yes. Alright. We talked about... Okay, so the thing that pissed me off is that we lost the footage. Because the first episode that we filmed, we were talking about music. And we were talking about how... these new directors with these movies. Wait.
They're gay directors who want to live their fantasy through straight men. And it has been a trend now to take a very A-list straight white male actor and make him do this very like sexually conforming or like this gay role. And it's to the point now where like the first 2 times, okay, cute. Second 2 times, like, oh, it's crazy. Now it's like every other 2 months we have a new movie with a A-list white actor being gay, and it's just like
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. You didn't have Timothée Chalamet do it 5 different times.
Yeah.
You didn't had freaking Then they had Jeremy Allen.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be in a fucking Call Me by Your Name, like a revamp
freaking
or like spin-off.
And then they lost me when they made Dylan O'Brien.
No, that I was just about to bring that up.
Like.
That was the last straw.
Like now we have to stop this. Like we have to put a finish. We have to get in the writer room and blow up the writer room. Like it's like we have to stop. Like we got. I'm not saying like against it. I'm saying like we can find another
we can find.
actor.
I just
like,
feel yeah.
It almost seems like a humiliation tactic. Like it just seems like.
But honestly though, because if you think about it, where's the plot to the movie? Like because. Every single time, and you said it too, every single time you see a clip of the movie on Twitter, TikTok, it's literally just the sex scene. Like,
it's never.
What is the movie even about?
Restaurant, never just having like a good ass monologue scene. It was just them fucking and kissing. And I'm like, oh my god, this new movie is crazy. Well, yeah, because they're fucking every 5 minutes.
Literally,
like, of course it's a fucking.
And
porno.
I get it. Our generation has like a thing. Like, don't get me wrong, like to see it sometimes too, but
This generation is gay as hell.
Yeah,
like, everybody's gay as hell. So it's like. Of course, people want to see Jacob Elordi being like everybody like, but that's like that frustrating because it's like, no, we don't like.
Yeah.
We don't want like
we want real film. Like go back to the real film because Queer came out with Drew Starkey or whatever.
Still can't tell you what the point of that movie.
Still can't even tell you really what the plot or what the purpose of that movie was, other than just a gay love story. Which is cool when it's done tastefully. And don't get me wrong, the movie was very aesthetically pleasing. Like, it looked good. They looked good.
That's one thing Luca won't ever miss it.
Yeah, the movie's going to look good. Yeah.
I already know. I don't. It could be about a butterfly. It could be about a roach and a baby toy. And we'll simply would just like he's going to eat it down. That's neither here or there. But as far as just him creating a story, we could tell he be living out his fantasies through these fucking actors.
Yeah, I mean honestly, and I personally just feel like we've lost the plot, and also too, I feel like it's a bad thing in a way too because we're making so many movies about like queer love stories and they're so hypersexualized.
So now everybody just associates this queer love with they don't have love and sex and everything. It's just like no actual queer men and just find love just without even having sex. Like they just go out to the fucking coffee shop and just find a man and they just go on a couple dates and then they might eventually have sex. But y'all just make it seem like these queer men are just going to spaces, find someone fucking them crazily as fuck, and then that's just how they love each other. It's just like that's true. It happens, obviously.
I mean,
but
but that happens
in the straight world too.
Yeah, but straight people too.
But like that's like we're fucking strange with what's the movie with Paul
Mescal?
Paul Mescal he was in Strangers, I believe. What's it called? All the Strangers, I believe.
Because that's another one. Paul Mescal is being recycled. I just feel like there's we all know there's a white boy of the month every month. Like, they're gonna fucking have their 15 minutes of fame and be cast for a movie.
All of Us Strangers. Literally, it was this gay-ass movie right here. Which it was a good movie, but basically
I didn't see that.
Like, I guess it was like a date night, whatever. He found him. He came to his house. They had like sex or whatever, and like he was just venting to him about his childhood. Whole time he was never real. He was never there. This is just his fantasy of him having sex with a younger boy. It takes you through a crazy ass like mind fuck, but it's like for what? Like why? Like why? Like I don't know.
I just feel like, and I said this before too, I feel like I miss movies, and not even that every movie has to be coming of age, because like you have movies like Saltburn, for example, that kind of have that, or that had that underlying queer type of like motive and synopsis, like you know what I mean?
But they do it in a way where like they pick at it and they teeter that line, but they don't cross that line, and then like that's okay. Like we can get that one or twice and that's cool, but like it's the point where now they're not even having fun with like just being taboo about it. They're just like saying like Dylan Bryan, go fuck right there. Like that's literally the video was literally just him stroking the shit out of him, just like Dylan O'Brien, what are you doing? Like, and people,
Ariana, what are you doing
like,
here?
Really, they try to seem like this is so lovely. We're progressive now. You know, we have straight men, assuming into the gay. Like, no, that's not what this is.
Also, too, because there's so many gay actors that there's so many queer men that I know are auditioning for these movies or that want to audition for these movies, and they're not getting the chance to become that breakout movie star.
They're not even
because they keep recycling the same 5 white men every movie.
Or like they're not even holding auditions. They're writing actors into scripts. Literally, like Luca. I'm pretty sure.
Luca's Luca's like, all right, Dylan O'Brien.
So like Drew Starkey, Omar Apollo, and Timothy Chalamet, they all said like in their interviews like Luca literally like contacts them and they goes like out to eat or like coffee, whatever. Like he picks who he wants in the movie and just makes them, whether they're a good actor or not. He makes them do the fucking role. It's like they're not even doing auditions no more. I don't think Hollywood even like relies on auditions anymore. Like now they're just already writing people into scripts. Yeah,
I think that too. Also too, TV shows do the same shit though. I feel like the actors for TV shows are being recycled. I just want to, because we're gonna talk about this later, but if you saw the preview for Euphoria and then talking about season 3, all right. Hunter Schafer and Rosalia dated, right? She talked about this, and then Dominic Fike is also gonna be. Why are we having 2 of somebody's, like, 2 love interests? Messy as fuck. I just feel like they do this shit all the time. Like, we're just picking random celebrities that we know are gonna stir the fucking plot.
Like, why the fuck is Rosalia? And
she's not even, like, okay, not saying that musicians can't also branch out and be actors.
But let's stop that. Let's stop. Literally, the entire cast of Euphoria, 80% of them are musicians. Like, either they were or they're musicians. I would say obviously the only one that's like obviously the best musician there is Dom, but like Dom came season 2 and like we lost, like it wasn't the same.
I don't know.
Why is Rosalia?
That's what I'm saying.
In this show.
What is the no? Because I kept seeing shit on Twitter. It was like Jocelyn Hernandez.
And
I don't think it's not true.
But they're doing the play around, but like that's what it gives nowadays. Like these like all of like you see a movie about civil rights activists and new songs, you see something like fucking Miley Cyrus in the past as Rosa Parks and fucking like what is happening? What the fuck is
That's
happening?
what I'm saying. The thing that pisses me off about film nowadays, you don't see new actors. And TV too, though. Like, you don't, I mean...
We have not got a breakout, like, movie star, like, just a random ass person just went from nothing to, like, something. Like, we obviously...
Like, the height of fame has projected.
Like, we obviously, nowadays, we're getting more so, like, actors who've been acting for a long time, never had a breakout role until they had one, and now they get, like, shot to, like, stardom, but it's, like, they've been acting for years. Like, we know them already. Like, fucking... For you to say Austin Butler, he's been acting for a very long time. But he's had a recent breakout role, which is, like, now he's everywhere. We don't have no one who's like, we don't even like, he doesn't have a background in acting or like background in like just like theater school or like fucking performance art school. Just somebody came in.
Someone who's like really grinding out there to get their break. Like, and I think too that with a lot of, even with TV, is that there's, even with TV shows that like you have like, for example, like Ginny and Georgia with like Antonio Gentry, someone who has even though like, okay, it's like a cute little Netflix show, like, it has some underlying like murder mystery type of shit. But even with somebody like that who has like great acting capability and could be somebody who's like a superstar or, you know, like be cast in these big movies. They try to do that shit. Have you seen Time Cut? No. It's like this movie on Netflix with Madison Bailey from OBX, her and Antonio Gentry. Movie was like, all right. Like it was good, whatever. It was cute for like a little Netflix film. But even people like that who have the potential to be a big star or could be put in movies that do heighten them to that level, they're just stagnant in the same fucking like position doing Netflix shit or a Hulu series or, you know what I'm saying, like a
or Rachel Ziegler just constantly doing fucking theater roles.
Yeah.
Like, I know she hates singing, but she keeps
And then don't get me wrong, but then they're casting people like, and obviously I think Ariana Grande did great in Wicked, but then they're casting people like Ariana Grande and Wicked, who we know can fucking like sing and has great acting ability. Like where's the new actors of this generation? Like we need a rollout. I feel like there's been no new really actors that I can think of off the top of my head.
I remember when The Bear finally like got like #1 show in America.
Yeah.
And they wrote an article about be saying like the newest breakout actor that we have is Jeremy. I said Jeremy has been acting since like 2008, babe. He's been on Shameless from season 1 to season 11. He's been acting.
And he's been a great actor at that.
You guys are just not getting hip to him. That's what I'm saying. Like that proves like we just don't have like for articles like one social like that to be saying like new actors.
Yeah.
Like even with the Grammys divert from music and everything, like with the whole new artists with Chaperone and Sabrina, I'm like, no, they've been making music for years. You guys are just not giving them the credit that they deserve.
The flowers that they deserve. Yeah.
Like it's not like I don't like. We need to start diverting these new categories to like break out or to like
and changing the narrative too of like what it means to be
new.
Exactly, a new musician or a new actor or a new artist, because these people been in the field doing like Chaperone has been making music for a long fucking time,
a decade at this point.
Yeah, and I get it, like it takes a while within the entertainment industry to kind of get to that level. Like, okay, obviously like Short and Sweet was
her ninth album.
Yeah.
Like, why is she in? No, I love her now.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is someone with 9 albums now? Why is she in a new artist category?
Yeah.
Why is there's nothing new about? There's nothing new about Sabrina Carpenter at all. Nothing new. You guys are new to her, but we weren't new to her. But it's like let's change that narrative with the word new, because it pisses me off. Because like I said, you have people actually who are new. Or like I don't really care about Vincent Boone, but like he's someone who's making music within like the past 2 years or so.
No, like that's like, a new artist. Yeah.
Like these are people who are like actually making like it's 2025 now. People make music from like till in 2022, 2023 to now. That's like newer. Like the two, like it takes about 2 years to actually assimilate into like getting like a couple 100,000 million fucking streams. Right. So it's like 2 years is kind of like the cutoff for new. Once you get like 4 or more, you're not new.
Done. Yeah.
You're just resurging.
Yeah,
you just saying get you didn't get your cookies yet. And that's fine. You'll get them, but like hopefully, but it's like you're not new no more. Stop calling yourself new.
Yeah,
it's not like.
And it's the same thing with actors too. Like I love Zendaya down, but like we need. I don't even want to say like I hate when people are like, oh, we need a new Zendaya, or like this person is like the new Britney Spears. We need a new
like they try to make Tate McRae, but
the new Britney Spears. No, nobody is gonna be Britney Spears. Like I get it, I see what y'all are trying to say, but that's the problem. That's the narrative that we need to change. We need to steer away from the recycling of an artist or a musician.
That's why I know it's direct from film again, but that's why another reason why I feel like Normani kind of got hurt a lot, because when she first came out with Motivation, everyone's saying she's the next Beyonce. That is a big name to live up to.
They did it with Halle too, yeah.
But you just don't have the talent, or like just
or
don't
Chloe,
have but you don't have anything to match up to that. You're gonna whatever you think out, you think not gonna amount to that, and you push you in a place where it's just like, I'm not gonna put shit out because no one's gonna like this. I'm not Beyonce, and like that's why I feel like when like the whole like you said, like we don't need a newer version of somebody. We just need new. Like we need a Tate McRae because Tate McRae, not because she's Britney Spears reject. We don't need a American Psycho Part 2. We just need a new movie that revolts the same energy and emotions as American Psycho did. Right. Not just another American Psycho. Like it's starting to get tired.
We don't need another variation of Call Me by Your Name. Like, we don't need another fucking Perks of Being a Wall. Like we don't. Did you hear that they're trying to remake Holes, the movie with Shia LaBeouf, into a series, but like reversing the gender roles, so it's gonna be like girls instead of. And I was like, okay, like don't get me wrong, like I could see.
Sometimes it's okay to be misogynistic.
Wait.
Like we're saying, like sometimes it's okay to be like, no, fuck feminism, like stop, like what are you doing? And sometimes it's okay to be like, fuck niggas, like don't be like, it's okay, like
no,
why are
and
you
that's
doing
what I'm
female
saying.
hoes?
No. And don't get me wrong, I'll probably watch it just to see what the fuck they just to see what the fuck they did. But no, he's right though. He's right. Sometimes we need to be like
it's like a whole bunch of just
and that's another thing too about film nowadays is the fake. And I hate to be this person because it's like.
I never say I hate you. I love you, new person. I love you, person that's just divert from society. Like I just don't like it
because I'm not gonna lie. Movies and film and TV have gotten a little too woke, if you ask me, because they are quite literally just throwing a light-skinned black girl into a film or a TV show and being like, okay, this is gonna, we'll just give them something. And we've seen it time and time again. Like I just watched a new reboot of Wizards of Waverly Place, right? Don't get me wrong, it's cute, it's a good show. Like it's for a reboot, I was like, okay, this is actually like good. Like I fuck with it. Because, sometimes reboots would be like Raven's Home, good, but that's for another time. And it was good, but the main, I don't know her name, the actress, but it's just another example of how they're just throwing it. And then, like, if you guys watch that show, you'll see how, like, the plot of it, like, doesn't really make sense because, like, Justin ends up adopting her or, like, taking her in, and she's supposed to be, like, the Alex of the show. But, like, where the fuck are her parents at? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, you're throwing in these black characters to try to, like, give black representation, which is great.
Like, make it Sam and iCarly black. We don't give a fuck that she was white. we fell in love with Sam because she was a white woman, like, and just because she was so outrageous and rambunctious.
Right.
You can stop trying to give us these fake ass flowers and be inclusive and make Sam and black because you feel like it's going to put us in a bad direction. No, get another fucking white woman. Like, we don't want a black Sam.
Yeah, because then it feels backhanded in a way. Just like how they during, like, and this is kind of like a different point, but just like during the Black Lives Matter movement, when all these companies started changing things that nobody gave a fuck about, like I remember Band-Aids like came out with like skin tone, different colors. Who the fuck asked for that?
And on top of that, why does it take someone dying for you to like be like, oh, like take consider the skin tone?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Why does it take someone being brutally murdered on the street, which was on video, so otherwise they probably wouldn't have fucking done shit about it, honestly. But for y'all to be like, yeah, we're gonna be inclusive this time. Like, here, just take what we can give you. Or like even in where we live, like our town, like they painted like Black Lives Matter on the street. That shit faded as fuck down. They not touching that shit. Like it's so backhanded, and I feel like in film they need to stop doing that because
film and the fake inclusivity. Zendaya is not our black savior, babe. I love Zendaya down, but she has a white mom. Like she's not a black savior. Like and I think because she is the most digestible and palatable black actor in Hollywood right now, that they be like, okay, so you guys asked for it, so we're giving it to you. yes, we love Zendaya. She is a black woman. Like here to say, but like we don't want your conventionally beautiful mixed woman. We don't want your conventionally beautiful mixed woman who's married to a white man who's been in every fucking Zendaya has been in the #1 movie for the past 4 years, the main character for like since 2022, like literally in Dune, fucking Euphoria, fucking Challengers, like she's just been every fucking where. We want your day-to-day average black woman. Like that's if you want to be like we don't really want it at all in general, but if you're going to be inclusive and be fake inclusive, give us your average black woman. We don't want Zendaya. Zendaya is not our black representation. Like she's not. Zendaya can fit in a white place and she can fit in a black place too. We want someone who can clearly stand out and be like.
And especially with the mainstream actors like Zendaya or like Amanda Steele is her
when
name.
They put her in what's the movie called The Hate We Give?
Yeah.
And Sabrina Carpenter they were saying like why are you like come on some this black representation.
When mind you, the character in the book was dark skinned.
The cover of the book the little girl was
dark skinned.
Amanda Steele looks like she's probably
lighter than I am. Yeah, and I'm like you know what I'm saying? But my point is like
just give her box braids.
Yeah. Or what's that girl's name from Blackish? The one what the fuck is Yara Shahidi or whatever however you say it. Sorry if I butchered the name. But yeah, like people like that. Like we need I just want and it's crazy because also too like the small little indie films, like I don't know if you've seen Earth Mama with Doechie's in that and like Dominic Fike is in that for like 15 fucking seconds. But it's a movie where it's like a small indie film and those characters that are in that movie, they don't get to have a longevity of a career in big or better films because the same actors are being recycled and because they don't want to have better black representation shown in media.
Did you see the new Issa Rae movie, One of Those Days with Keke Palmer?
No, I didn't see it yet.
I
know
you
said
it is so good, like literally so good, and like
that's what we need
like,
though.
Black representation, like the entire cast is black. There was a few white people here and there, but like they weren't main characters, and those are unapologetically black women. SZA and Keke Palmer, like that doesn't get no blacker than that. So I'm just like I love Zendaya. You know, Zendaya. That was my wife for a very long time. However, she is not our black savior.
Yeah.
Like, so stop thinking like you guys have one of the biggest actor in the world right now is a black woman. Yeah, she's a black woman, but isn't there really a black woman? Like she's just a black woman, yes, but like she's also someone who can conform in a white space. She's also someone who can resonate in a white space because her mom is a full white woman. So like she has the pleasure, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Like, bitch, if I was barber show, I'd be doing the same thing too. Like today I'm white, today I'm black. You know, like just playing around with it. But like
today I'm white, today I'm black.
She's not someone who has a black mom, black dad, and like just like is about like unapologetically black. Like she's someone who can have the best of both worlds, which is perfectly fine. But like she is not the black savior.
Right.
She's not. She's just a black woman
not the black Jesus.
Who just happened to be a great actor. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. And like I said, I feel like when they make smaller films that have these actors that are really great fucking actors, like when you watch like if you watch you know like movies that come out of like the Sundance Festival or just like little shit that you might find on like Netflix, Hulu, whatever the case may be, small low budget films or sometimes not even low budget. Sometimes they spend like millions of dollars on these movies. And then you fucking hear about it through your Twitter feed, watching, you're like, damn, this movie is fucking life-changing. Like, I've seen multiple movies like that, where you don't know who the fuck the actors are, but you'd be like, damn, like, this person really just put their heart out on the line, or really had a soulful presence within this movie, and then you don't ever see them or hear about them again in anything else. And mind you, that movie was probably made, like, 2016. Like, so, you know what I mean?
My third favorite movie of all time, I didn't say this, was Napoleon Dynamite. John Heder, that was his first role he ever played in, right? They spent only, I think, $400,000 on a movie, which is a lot of money, but like that's considered low budget.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not cracking up $2 million, that's low budget. They spent because they were all just students in high school in like Charlotte Parks in fucking Minnesota, whatever. They made I think over $7 million the first week in the box office, and that was considered an independent movie because it wasn't a big backing financial, and that goes to show like back then that was like.
That was how film could be done.
That's breakout actors came. Like John Heder, that was his first role ever, and he worked for a low budget movie for it to be one of the best movies, one of the like the highest selling movies.
Yeah,
in
and like
America
a
at that time.
cultural
like a cultural phenomenon. Like literally, like so. I'm just like, we could do that today. Like obviously, social media kind of kills a lot of the shit where like people just aren't accepting certain things, but like it can. You have to try at least, or at least do it. But like we have to kill this whole like recycling the same actors and putting straight males into gay spaces, and it's just like it's starting to get annoying because you hardly see unapologetically gay actors conforming into a straight role.
Right.
You would never see it.
Yeah. And why is it socially acceptable for straight men to be like, you know, professing and be gay in these movies and then be like, all right, I'm going to go out on the red carpet with my wife like, or my girlfriend or whatever. Not saying that, like, because obviously sexuality is like a spectrum. Right. And not saying that obviously if you're an actor you can't,
like, if you're a hell actor, yes, do your
yeah,
thing,
like you can't do that.
Why
but,
is that the norm now?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why is that, like,
why are we just accepting that and not being like, because I remember Nick Robinson got so much fucking hate for playing Love Simon back in, what was that, like, I think that was like 2016, yeah, and everyone was like,
movies all the time.
Yeah,
that's really
that we need more movies like they just, I feel like after 2016, like you said, film and TV took such a fucking different turn, and I feel like even now with TV too, like everyone is trying to, I feel like Euphoria changed the way that TV is filmed now, like TV shows that are for like young adults or high schoolers or whatever. But yeah, after 2016, shit completely changed. Like there's no more originality. There's no more new plots. Like the same shit. I'm sorry, but it just keeps being fucking recycled. Like, it's true. It keeps being fucking recycled. Like, we're not seeing any new plots really. Like
that, or they're juicing just the cinematography and everything.
Yeah,
it's more about how it looks than about this actual movie itself. Like, the people out there who actually like me and you actually watch movies for the plot. Right. I'm not watching it because Jacob Elordi looks good or Anna Taylor Ross looks amazing. Like yes, I love watching, but it's just like I'm also watching because I want to know what.
Right, and I want to feel something. We talked about this before, but like you went to the theater and you walked out, you have a new personality.
I never got that. I don't get that anymore.
I don't get that. I haven't been to the movies and seen a movie. Or honestly, there hasn't even really been movies out that are worth like, damn, like I'm gonna go pay a movie ticket to go fucking. And that's why, like,
that's the only time I did that. Like, but in the past year or so was for one of them days.
Yeah, I need to go see that. But, like I recently went to go see Captain America, and obviously, we all know after Endgame, Marvel just kind of went downhill. Like, really, if you're not watching the Disney Plus series, like, there's really, I don't know, they really haven't brought out any good movies in the theaters. I mean, Doctor Strange was pretty good. But even like the Captain America movie, which I thought was good. I remember a couple of years ago, somebody was saying how Marvel movies changed the way that people view cinema. And it's the fact that they expect every movie to be like some like big thing because of how much action Marvel movies, like because of Endgame and how like they have like all these A-list name actors in them, or in that movie, or just Marvel movies in general. And I mean, what do you think?
Well, Endgame for y'all was Breaking Dawn Part 2 for me. So like,
wait, but I saw that in theaters.
So like I'm saying, so like I wasn't new to the whole grandiose big production like Endgame like big ass battle at the end of the movie, which kind of like I experienced that with Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. However,
which we could talk about.
I can agree to that, but I also, like you said earlier, I think when it comes to the series or TV show aspect, I think Euphoria was kind of like the jumpstart of why I think the reason why A24 is like the most sought after fucking production company in the world when it comes to just film and everything. Yeah. Because Euphoria definitely juiced the shit out of that. But like I said, it has now taken away from the plot of things. Now it's just about cinematography. Right. I looked at the NCLEX the other day and Google about cinematography majors. It has jumped 15% from last year to this year.
That's crazy. Which, I mean,
it's beautiful, but it's like
everybody
everybody doesn't have the finesse. Like, like everybody's not good for cinematographers, and it's like that's why we have this influx of photographers, this influx of like just people just get behind the camera thinking they can do anything. Like, yes, do what you want to do, but it's like everybody does not.
And I feel like social media too has kind of ruined that with like cinematography, like music, film. And don't get me wrong, like, it's a great way to, if you really are passionate about those things, like, express that and put it out into the world. But you have so many people that are just doing it because they're like, oh yeah, like, I saw some shit and that looked good. I think I can make that because, like, I got an iPhone or I got a DSLR camera and I can, but, like, when somebody has an eye for taking pictures or somebody is, like, a great writer and they can write a script, or somebody, you know, is a good director and they have a good presence and can put forth a production in a movie or whatever the case may be. Not everybody
emotions from a script onto
yeah,
camera.
exactly.
Everybody can't do that.
Everybody can't do that, and you're just not made for that. Like you're not everybody is meant to do that, and that's okay. Like not everybody is meant to be entertainment. Like you don't.
I'm not meant to play basketball, and I'm 6'4". Like, and I it's frustrating, but like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, like I mean, and that's what the thing I hate about social media is that it's just, especially with music, like to get back to music, we like with hip hop being like the mainstream, like you just have so many people becoming or wanting to become a rapper that we've literally like, I feel like hip hop has kind of lost its meaning. And when you have people like Kendrick Lamar, for example, who he's literally a poet, and he makes these albums and he makes these songs that are not meant to be not meant to be heard but listened to and
they're not
consumed.
Radio friendly.
Yeah,
they're just supposed to like your average person.
Exactly, and you're supposed to consume it in a way where like you're understanding the message. People are like, oh yeah, fuck that shit. Like that's too soft. It's too slow. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I doesn't understand. Like he's doing too much. Who's your favorite actor?
I don't think I have a favorite actor. I'm like Ashton Saunders.
I don't think I knew that.
Ashton Saunders, he played, so you know, Little Chiron.
Oh, yes.
What's his name? He also, I can show you his Instagram.
I probably know the face. I just don't know the name by heart.
Saunders, my favorite actress of all time is Jessica Lange. This is Ashton, but he's been on like so many things. Like
okay.
Jessica Lange for me is just a timeless queen. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm just so obsessed with her. Like I can watch her all day, every day. That's what I'm gonna do. I go home. I'm gonna start rewatching American Horror Story. That's what I'm gonna do. That's real TV.
Yeah,
that's real TV. Like, you want a real.
What's your favorite season of American Horror Story?
It varies, but I think for me, like it depends on the season. As of right now, people hate when I say this, but right now my favorite, like I've been watching it, like that's my watched last year, but as of right now, I would say either Asylum or Apocalypse. But people don't like Apocalypse like towards the end of the season where like they started to get horrible, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I think after like season 1 to 10, which is like the last one, 1984, which is like the whole like camp one.
Yeah.
I think I actually enjoyed that one. It wasn't until like they start bringing the celebrity appearances like Kim Kardashian on there, where they started getting horrible, like the whole New York.
I didn't even watch. I watched
the main Sky was like the first 3 episodes of it, and it was just like, what is happening? Like, this is something like it just wasn't. That's why Kim Kardashian didn't promote it at all, because she knew it was horrible.
Because I see clips of it on TikTok and her acting, and she's like, "Yeah, I fucked you."
But the thing is though, like you watch it, that's her character. Like her character's like really like cynical like that. It's not like it's not even her like the problem. It's the entire like the plot, just everything. It makes no sense. Like she's a spider, but she's not. But like she like. Anyways, what is your favorite season of American Horror?
Probably Apocalypse or.
I think undeniably like the best season hands down was Coven. Like I think that was like. People hate when I say that. Either Coven or Freak Show like undeniably hands down are the best like. Ryan Murphy has ever gave to offer, but like they aren't my favorite right now. Yeah. But they definitely are like just the best. Like I'm sorry, it doesn't get better.
Freak Show is good too.
Freak Show's good as well.
Yeah, I'd probably say that might be my favorite. But honestly, like the first season, like
Haunted House.
Yeah, but I think Freak Show is probably my favorite. Like the one that I actually watched all the way through and was like, okay, that's good.
People get mad when I say I did not like Hotel. I love like. Nothing against Gaga. I just did not like Hotel. It wasn't for me.
Did you watch all of Cult?
I watched all of Cult. Yep.
Did you like it?
Cult was the whole Donald Trump presidency thing.
Yeah.
I love that one. But I think besides Asylum, that probably was the best one. Sarah Paulson.
Asylum was probably my favorite.
Asylum's always number one for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too good.
It is too good.
That's Jessica Lange. I'll tell you what I'm saying. Like that made me fall in love with her. I think it was her one movie where she was with
Did you watch Ratchet?
Yeah, Ratchet with Jessica Lange. I'm sorry, Sarah Paulson.
Yes.
On Netflix. It's also a good one. But like, I don't know. Like, I think I stopped watching. I really was hesitant on watching the last 3 seasons of American Horror Story because Jessica Lange wasn't in them. But I just think like Asylum was like her.
What season are they on? 8?
She's on. She's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, she skips out on. She like makes like a small appearance on Hotel.
Yeah.
Skips out on Roanoke, and then she's back on 7, and then she's in Apocalypse, which is 8.
Yeah.
And then 9, 10, which is like but shit starts to go on left.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite? So, what's your favorite TV show
of all time?
Yeah.
Shameless.
Okay, valid. What is my favorite TV show of all time?
Before everybody come in very close second.
I'd say Gossip Girl is probably my favorite.
Did you enjoy the reboot? Did we talk about that already?
I think we did, but let's talk about it again. Let's talk about it again. All right, so I liked the reboot, and it was interesting in the way they did it with how, like, I thought, okay, compared to some other reboots of shows, I like how they did, like, the teachers were, like, Gossip Girl. Yeah. I think that it was good that they had representation in that show because, obviously, like, the original Gossip Girl really... But you have to kind of go back to what stuff was at the time. Not saying that it's right that there was, like, 2 black characters within, like, what, fucking 6 seasons of a show. But there's also, like, a realism to it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the actors were good, and I liked it. But at the same time...
I just think, like, the cast... this is what I think. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I think with Gossip Girl, the original, being so, like, unruly, right? Like the whole aspect of Gossip Girl, right? And we are made to assume that the main character is Serena, right?
Right.
But really, the main character is Dan.
Yeah.
Like, the main
exactly.
character. So I think when they brought Julian and Z in, it definitely was like, this is what I mean with dog shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying with like. I get it. Like, I get it. We're trying to be, like, easily digestible and, like, appear to new audiences. But you didn't have to... Not saying that everybody in the cast had to be white, like it was before. Like, you could have done what you did and did it tastefully. And not even really that it matters that they were, like, light-skinned, black, whatever the fuck. But it didn't... The character, like, format... Because I see how they were trying to make, like... Z was supposed to be, like, Dan.
Yeah.
And, like, it just didn't really make sense, like, the character format of it, which was why I think it didn't go past the 2nd season, because everyone's like, okay, you're trying to be the original, but you're so far kind of
gone now,
yeah.
And now you have Monet, who is, like, Blair, I guess,
yeah.
now, which is, like, she wasn't supposed to be Blair, Julian was supposed to be Blair,
right,
like,
exactly.
What's really happening here?
Yeah.
Like, who's Serena? Like,
right.
The teacher was Miss Serena. Like, the teacher was Serena. Like, I just, like...
Like, if you're gonna ode or try to, like, embody the original series and not just kind of, like, do something different with the same essence of the original plot, don't try to make the characters the original characters, but then divert or switch the characters out all throughout, like, the whole... You know what I mean? Like, they made this character embody this original character, and then this person was supposed to... Like, I don't know. And then also, too, was, like, the whole, like... polyamorous, like, trio thing with, like, Emma Mock and I don't know.
A very beautiful cast, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, they looked the fuck good. Like,
it
wasn't a single person on that cast from the adults to that looked bad. And the acting wasn't bad. Like, the acting was actually pretty good, I thought, for it being a reboot and them being, like, pretty much all new, like, actors, so to say. But I just, the plot just kind of...
Sorry, love you down. Horrible actor.
You think so?
Evan Mock should not be acting. And I mean that, and I've seen him in multiple things. He shouldn't.
What else is he in? Because I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
He was on I think a Sundance Independent show. He was some fucking skater. I don't know, but like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've never seen it though.
I think he just needs, not saying needs to, but like, just modeling, skating. That's your thing. Like, very beautiful boy. Acting.
Not his strong suit.
It's not his strong suit.
I've only ever seen him in Gossip Girl. Maybe I need to see. I mean,
and think.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't the best. Like,
he wasn't horrible. Like,
yeah,
but it just it's obvious that he he was like a DEI.
Yeah.
He was definitely a DEI. Like he definitely was like pretty Instagram boy. Let's bring him in for like the audience engagement. Like,
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but Gossip Girl, the original though, 10 out of fucking 10. Like what it did for the time, and just like, I don't know. There's so much about Gossip Girl that's just so fucking good. And I know people are like, I mean, obviously when I watch it back today, it's kind of like, all right, some of the shit is cringy. Mm-hmm. But even for like a show that came out in like the mid 2000s and you watch today, because there's a lot of shows that you can rewatch back and you'd be like, that's actually cringy as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like the acting is horrible. I still rewatch Gossip Girl, and I might be biased. I don't know. Someone who's not into shows like that, they might be like, bitch, what the fuck are you watching? But like my dad, a person who doesn't really watch like shows like that, I don't even know how to, like, coming of age, like young adult shows, loves Gossip Girl. Mm-hmm. And actually enjoyed it and used to watch it with me, and like we still talk about it to this day. Like, so I think that just goes to show that it's a really good fucking show. And mm-hmm. I always tell people to watch it, just because Penn Badgley, and I mean, to anybody who hasn't seen Gossip Girl, obviously mm-hmm. we fucking know that he is Dan and Dan is Gossip Girl. Mm-hmm. But just the fashion of it, the plot twist every fucking season in that mm-hmm. show, the minor characters that come in and like shake shit up every mm-hmm. season, Georgina, and how she's like an ongoing, like, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, I don't like Blake Lively in Gossip Girl. Like, I don't like Serena's character. The best character in that show, I'm sorry, hands down, is Dan. And then it's Blair, and then it's Chuck. Mm-hmm. Like, and Georgina. I even put Jenny above honestly, Serena. I put Jenny above Serena. No, honestly, yes, Jenny is above Serena. Jenny, for who she was, I wish they didn't take Taylor Morissette off the show, but she got too old and started doing music and shit. But, yeah, no. That show is it's just so good, and if you watch it, you just gotta appreciate it for what it is. Like, it's very kind of like plain and simple, like Upper East Side kids that fucking do what Upper East Side kids fucking do, I guess. Mm-hmm. What rich kids do. Like, it's a rich kid fucking shit. Like, there's no, like, you'd be like, the shit that they be doing in the show is fucking outlandish. Like, it's not realistic in a way, I guess you could say. But the plot, like, every single season, you're like on your fucking toes, like, what the fuck is about to happen? And that's how a show should be, because I feel like a lot of shows, especially sitcom shows like that, the episodes just kind of get mundane in a way, and there's no, like, there's longevity, there's multiple seasons, but the show itself, you're like, and also to the ending of Gossip Girl, like, it ended on a note and you're like, okay, I'm happy with the ending. A lot of shows ending so fucking corny, mm-hmm. like, especially sitcom shows like that, like How I Met Your Mother, fucking what's another one? I did not like the ending of How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've never seen that
shit. That shit fucking sucks.
The only sitcom show I really watched on, what was that? Not CBS. What was that on? What network was How I Met Your Mother on? It was on like with the Big Bang Theory and everything.
Oh, the Big Bang Theory. That's another great show.
I watched that, and I watched 2.5 Men. That's one of the sitcoms I ever watched, like, on that network.
CBS, I think it is.
With Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
CBS.
Like the original mm-hmm. 2.5 Men. Yeah.
The original, not one with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Big Bang Theory. I never really watched 2.5 Men, but I don't even know what the fuck comes on cable TV nowadays. Like, I couldn't even tell you. Like, my mom and my stepdad and like even my dad used to watch like sitcom shows like that. Like, what even? I couldn't even tell you what comes on TV anymore, because
I don't watch TV.
Yeah. Okay? So Shameless is another good one. Mm-hmm. I watched all of Shameless. Did you like the ending of Shameless?
Season 11.
Yeah.
I think with Emmy Ross, because everybody started to hate her and they wanted her off the show so
What's
bad.
What's the real tea? Like, I never really looked into that. So
apparently she just became she didn't feel like she was getting paid enough to be on that show for that long. And she just started becoming a bitch to everybody on the cast. And they all hated working with her. And that's why she left season 10. As much as y'all can see how fucking hate her and everything, the show was never the same without her.
Yeah.
It completely, with Lit becoming the main character at that point, well, Jeremy Allen White. Keep on fucking Ross. I don't know why I'm thinking about Ross. Anyways, it just was missing. Like it still was like that's like obviously like my comfort show, but it's like it clearly was like we need my mom back. Like we need Eddie back right now. Like this is not okay.
I remember when Kwali first told me to watch that show in like ninth or 10th grade? I think it was 10th grade, and he was like, I was like, what it's about? And he was like, it's basically about this white trash ghetto ass family.
Literally, it's literally just.
And I was like, okay.
That's all you gotta say and just walk away.
Yeah.
In the middle, it's outside Chicago.
Yeah. And I watched it and I was like, this is a good ass fucking show. Honestly, I feel like after season 6, 7, maybe. Whenever Fiona bought the apartment complex, that's when
season 8.
Season 8.
That's when she met Ford.
Yeah. Okay. So season 7. Okay. So after season 7 is kind of when it went downhill. Even though it was nice to see her have her come up and the siblings grow up or whatever. Obviously, fucking Debbie had a baby. Lib fucking gets older.
That was the best season.
Yeah, like
season 4, I think.
Yeah,
4 or 5,
when she first had Franny.
And she went to that retreat camp with Frank. That season.
And then Carl fucking becoming and then when Carl, what season was it when Carl worked at the fucking like fish fry place?
Oh, he became black.
Yeah,
he became a wake-up.
No. Not that one, but yeah, White Boy Carl, fucking icon. When Vic Mensa had him in his fucking music video, like that was a time. Like
overall, my favorite part of the show is when Mickey got out, and him and
Mickey.
That really is my love story. Like I just love them so much. Like those two. Like
yeah,
it's so
Mickey.
it's so like just dirty homophobic as DL nigga falls in love with just the most gay thing in the world. But like it's so and then watching them as the scenes go on, Mickey started to become way more comfortable with sexuality and just like really just like be
Bridezilla Mickey when they got married.
Yo.
That was what is the name of his what's his actor name?
His real name?
Do you know? Yeah. I didn't realize
Cameron Diaz.
I didn't know how much shit that he was in.
I definitely know.
Did you watch Gotham?
Cameron Monaghan.
You said Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Monaghan?
Yeah.
Noah Fisher. I knew Noah since Twilight.
That's what I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
He always been a little since Twilight. But those two, that love story was like I have them picture as like one of my playlists.
Stop. Which playlist? Send it to me.
It's called I'm all set to the fucking playlist. If you're another way, Insecure 10 out of 10. That's one of my
oh yeah. Another show I love. I'm always gonna love Golden Girls. It's a timeless show. I don't give a fuck.
I never watched that.
What?
My exes watch that all the time.
You need to watch. Not you sending it to someone. Can you send me that? Mm-hmm. But I don't care. Golden Girls is a timeless fucking show. My mom used to watch it. I used to watch it with her when I was like, well, I wouldn't say I used to watch it with her. It was on the background when I was like young as fuck. Then I used to watch it with my nana and my aunt. That show is forever gonna be fucking funny. I don't give a fuck if I be watching it sometimes because obviously it was filmed in the fucking 80s. I don't be know what the jokes they make.
Is that old?
It's old as fuck. And I still be
wait, you say Golden Girls? I think you said Gilmore Girls.
No.
That's where my sweet tooth. I'm like
Gilmore Girls is another good one too, but it's not one of my favorites.
Isn't that like from the late 90s, early 2000s?
What, Gilmore Girls? Yeah. Like early 2000s.
I'm like, that was not the 80s. I'm like,
yeah, no. Golden Girls with Betty White.
Oh, I know that show.
Yeah.
The old white woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be timeless because for one, they did a lot of shit for the time that like they talk about like sexuality, like gay, lesbian, and just like it was very taboo for the time. Just a bunch of old ladies talking about sex and their sex lives, and it's so fucking funny. Like I don't give a fuck. Like the jokes in it, 10 out of 10. Like that's a timeless show. Like it's probably my favorite show. It's like my comfort besides Gossip Girl. Euphoria, obviously, when I need to feel something, I watch Euphoria. Every single time. Yeah. Something quick. Season 1 at that. Not even season 2. I'm watching season 1 start to finish to feel something every single time. Yeah. Let's talk about Euphoria because we know we've all been waiting for that. You've all been waiting to hear about Euphoria. At least I have.
All right. Where do I even begin?
Yeah. Okay, so first things first. we talked about. It makes me so mad the fucking footage is deleted. But I watched Euphoria when no one knew what the fuck that shit was. I remember downloading HBO Max before it was Max, whatever the fuck it is now. When nobody had that streaming platform, just to watch Euphoria, the free trial, 7 days. Watched it, and I sat back in my room and I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And I couldn't even watch it again for a minute because I was like, wait, what is this? And I remember seeing something about it on Twitter too. It might have been Instagram, where it was like a clip and it was like, oh, Zendaya's in this new show with it. She's in love with a she's a crackhead or a drug addict in love with a trans girl. And I was like, huh? I immediately went to go watch it because I love Zendaya.
Because when it first came out, they didn't have this big ass like promotion.
No, it wasn't even
like a new show on HBO Max.
Yeah, if you knew about it, you knew about it. It wasn't like, and I think that the way they spaced it out between when it came out in 2019 and then the second season dropped in 2022, I think that's what made it so like the second season dropping so far ahead. Well, not even that it was really that far ahead. It was what 3 years. I mean,
that 2019 it came out in the summer 2019.
Yeah, and then COVID happened.
So like it had to be spaced out, but I think even if COVID didn't happen, they probably would have had it like a 2-year break.
Yeah, which honestly is kind of normal for shows now. Mm-hmm. Like it's not even that isn't a normal. But
I hate that though. Like back in the days, it used to be like 6 months.
Yeah, literally.
Season 2, like
maybe a year.
Maybe at most, and that's because they brought like all the celebrities in here.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember when nobody knew what it was and I watched it. And it wasn't even like talked about on social media, not nearly how it is today.
No Euphoria Sundays.
Yeah, there was no like, oh my god, Euphoria, like. And then I think when season 2 dropped, and we talked about this before, the whole aesthetic of it, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was no Euphoria Sunday. The only thing that was really going viral about the show was just the whole makeup in there, like everybody's fashion and style, like how it's like really like
the Sheen outfit, Sheen, the like, trending Sheen.
That's what happened. But then once that brought in a whole new crowd. That's when everybody was like already like, oh, let me tune into this and watch it for the show. When we was already like, this is a good ass show.
Yeah, like obsessed with it.
Besides the fucking makeup and shit, like this is a good ass fucking show.
And not even because it had like Zendaya in it or like that it was like I mean obviously like I watched it because I like Zendaya, but like that wasn't like the what really caught me about it. Obviously, one, it was like the cinematography of it, but even season 1 versus season 2, the way that season 1 was filmed is not nearly as like big and like glamorous and glossy as the way that season 2 was filmed, just because I think that Sam tried to like hone in more on that. But the plot of season 1, the acting of season 1 was like top fucking notch. Season 2 was great too.
They were hungry.
Yeah, they were. The bill rent was due. Rent was due.
I think that was what Hunter's first big.
Yeah, no, that was see, that's another thing too. That was the last time we probably got
like, boom, like a new face, like. And she's a transsexual too.
Yeah, and now Hunter Schafer is like one of the or probably honestly the most known trans woman in the entire world. Like she's like the face or one of the faces, the main face I'd say of like the trans movement and trans women and acting and modeling. I'd say, and I think her being in Euphoria broke that out for her. Obviously, yeah, because obviously we saw her in like Hunger Games now, and like she's. Did Cuckoo, she's doing like more acting. Movie. What, Hunger Games?
The Singing Bird one.
Yeah.
People hated it. I liked it.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah. And that was probably the last fucking time that we got like breakout actors, and I don't know who's gonna be in this new season, but we'll see.
We definitely got, and I want to say that was Sydney's breakout like role because she was in Handmaid's Tale, I believe, before that. Mm-hmm. But her role was very minute. Like she always had like very small roles, like not like minute where it's like no one knows someone was like they was gonna get her no like Euphoria check, but like that was like her. I think there was also what's her name, Nika, the Daya's mom on the show.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
a comedian. So
yeah,
that was like her first big like role,
acting role. And I heard she's not gonna be in season 3, so. I don't know what the fuck they have going on.
Yeah, what's like? How was that even going to be? Like, how was her mom not going to be on?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening because apparently it's. I mean, it's supposed to be like set in the future, but Dominic Fike is supposed to be in it again. Sydney Sweet, like all the original characters are basically supposed to. Obviously, rest in peace to Angus Cloud, like he passed away, and then they're bringing in new people. But like, what? Yeah, like Sam is so fucking messy for that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck. That is so. Fucking messy.
You got somebody that will do your audition for the show.
Like,
You were into that script.
Because you're a messy ass man. Because like you said before, it's all about like the controversy and like the shock episodes and what the audience can talk about and debate about on Twitter, and not about like the acting or the plot of the episode. And yeah, they just need to, I don't know. Euphoria is a great show, and it definitely changed the trajectory of TV for sure, 100%.
And if you try to deny it, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar, because we all know it's true. And even if you didn't,
also like A24 has also been on the map for a long time.
Yeah.
But Euphoria is like what put A24 like #1 movie production team in the world. Like A24 always been around with Midsummer and Midnight. Like they've always been around before 2019, but Euphoria was like what gave them like their big break. Like now everything's A24.
Yeah, and I think that now like the way that season 2 was filmed and just like the aesthetic of it, almost all shows nowadays try to embody the same type of film. Like even like shows on Netflix try to do the same shit, with it just being and looking aesthetically pleasing and having that same like the lighting, the makeup, like the zoom in on the characters and like the slow back of the camera, like shit like that. Like that's they changed the way that shit works, because they want
Euphoria nachos.
Yeah, they want Euphoria's nachos so bad.
All Euphoria nachos. Yeah, like I'm like, okay, like no.
Yeah.
Get it how you gonna get it. I'm at to the point with Euphoria where, like you already said, Angus is dead in real life. So clearly you'll be dead on the show.
Yeah. We
don't even know if Ashtray is alive, because
they said that he's not going to be in the 3rd season.
I don't see why he would.
Yeah. Because I mean, well, yeah, obviously because he was shot.
I already was like biased because you wrote my girl cast off of the show, so I'm just like. But then now you have Nika getting written off, and it's just like, for what? That's her mom. Like, unless they're like the future gonna be like them in college, and her mom's not ever gonna be around, but it's like. Rue wasn't going to college. And they're saying
no, right? And they're saying that the lady that plays Lori is gonna be on.
Yeah, they said that she returned. So I'm like, so clearly that story, that plot has, and it needs to be addressed. I need it to be addressed episode 1. I don't need like I don't need a slow burn. We need to find out if she fucking paid the money back for that damn suitcase. Or I need to know her motive for Rue. She's actually the one. She want to kill her, or she's like still looking for the money. Like I need to know like what's happening with her.
No,
like that lady, because I didn't know nothing for the last 5 episodes. Like I just.
And also too, the way this season 2 ended, I'm sorry, fucking sucked. Because what do you mean like? I mean, I get it, like, Rue's clean now, but, like, what do you mean? Like, we didn't, like, why did we not find, like, how did she just avoid Lord? Like, how did she just avoid the situation?
Walking around school and everything, like, untouched and shit like that, and then mom just throwing away the
suitcase.
Yeah,
she's like, Jules was my first love, and I think I wanted to stay. Like, you know what I mean? like, what, like, can we get back to what the show was kind of originally about, like, Rue's addiction? And, I mean, I get it. Like, and also, too, the whole, like, fucking love triangle, that shit pissed me the fuck off. But anyways, like that it was like so it just didn't really make sense, and it was kind of like loved on, but it was just kind of like pointless to the show. But at the same time, I want to see Rue and Elliot be endgame.
Like where was he, like was he sent in to shake up shit with the relationship? Like I don't understand.
Like what was I mean, obviously he's gonna be in the 3rd season, but like, what I need to figure out, like what was the point of that? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with that plot?
Why was he singing her song?
Yeah, they're like, is he gonna end up with her? Like, does he love her? Is he in love with her? Like, what's going on? What happens with Jules? Like, where's Jules going? Like, what happened to Nate and Jules? The plot line of Nate and Jules. What are we doing with that? Like, did we just forget about that? Like, they kind of hinted to it a little bit, or had that whole scene where he gives her the film or whatever, the recording of the sex tape, and that was it. And I was just like, yeah,
she smashes it.
Yeah, what? That was like the best. Honestly, that was the main.
For me, that was like it was. So it was so many main plots to that show, which is why we loved it. But like for me, it was always Nate and Jules.
Yeah, it was always like that, because if you think about it, season 1, that's what fucked like everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole Nate and Jules, like the Cal, and then fucking
Nate
like
and Jules, and then Fez, and then everything just got intertwined with that one.
Yeah, and that was kind of the whole point of the show. Like, oh, this hyper masculine dude who has his girlfriend who he's like, you know.
Then right? Then that scaring Jules off makes her fucking leave and disappear, and then sends Rue back into an immediate fucking overdose, which we left off season 1, and she back season 2, and
right,
like everything was spawned off of that relationship. Like
literally.
the first episode ended with we seeing that Nate was the son of the person that Jules was fucking, Dr. Steamy.
And oh my god, yes. And just the fact that you know, Nate is kind of taking after his dad, and like that whole storyline, like there's so many that whole thing, just there's so many different parts to it, like how he's with Maddie and like domestic violence, and just like I don't know, and then Cassie and how like he's able to kind of control her, so he has like some control over everything just points back to like he can't be him true self, basically, and his love for Jules. But yeah, I'm interested to see what is gonna happen in season 3.
I'm gonna watch regardless. I'm gonna shit.
You 40-something's back again?
Like, when you gonna ask?
No, I can't wait.
Are you watching White Lotus?
No, I was just asking my friend if I should watch that. Is it worth it?
Start season 1. I'm pretty sure.
What are they on now? Season 2?
Season 3. But like,
oh damn!
I promise you, you'll be. And once you done season 1, season 2, you'll be hooked. Like you'll be done. If you start watching today or like tomorrow, you'll be on season 3. Which new episode? What is it? New episode came out last week. So today's episode 2. You'll be done by Friday.
Okay, I'll start it. I heard it's about like, what is it about?
It's like, I'm trying to see like, have you ever watched Yellow Jackets? It's like, so it's basically like, it starts off with like a whole bunch of like random people, like either a family, 2 couples, or a single person. They all go to this like very like holistic or like very like tropical place for like they're just vacationing, and a whole bunch of corrupted shit to start happening, like someone's cheating on somebody, or someone's fucking somebody, or someone's stealing, or someone's on drugs, or like a family's like broken, whatever, and then someone always ends up dying at the end of the season, and that's what it just happened. It always leads up to someone's death. But like if someone's scandalous shit happened throughout the entire season.
Okay.
For me, season 2 took the fucking cake. That's with Theo James and all them on it.
Oh.
But you have to watch it. It is
okay. All right, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, I guess that's the end.
And that's another story. Like you don't have to watch the first season. You have to watch the previous season to get it. Like they're all set up as a new new plots, like different people, different cast.
Yeah, because
Sweeney's on there too. Season 1.
Yeah, I heard. Somebody was telling me last night. My friend, she was telling me to watch it, and I was like, because I'm like kind of like slow to show like new shows. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it a chance. Because I was the same way with Outer Banks. I was like, I tried
watched it like 2 years later.
Yeah, like I tried to watch. Like I just watched it last year. Like I tried to watch it. I was like, I don't really fuck with this. And then like I'll see some